In this video, we're going to recap our course, and also I'm going to give you some more resources on where to learn more about Google Analytics. All and more coming up right after this. Hey there and welcome back to this Google Analytics for Beginners course. Now congratulations, you have almost made it. Now what I want to quickly do before we leave off is to actually recap our course and then give you some more resources on where to find out more about Google Analytics. So first of all, the recap. In the first lesson, I'm giving you a quick overview on Google Analytics and what it exactly is and what it does for your business. Then in the second lesson, we set up Google Analytics correctly. So we have data coming in that we can then, in our third lesson, analyze. So we took a question and then saw how we could dig deeper into the data within Google Analytics in order to find an answer to our question, which is also referred to as analysis. And then in the fourth lesson, we actually took our data and went to the most important step, which is actually action. So analyzing, then generating insight, and then taking action upon your data is what will bring you full circle within the Google Analytics process. And we discovered some different techniques of how you could be going from data to action in this fourth lesson. So we've gone through all the steps within a digital analytics process, and I hope you enjoyed it. But there's definitely much more to learn around Google Analytics, but also about digital measurement, digital analytics as a whole. So I want to give you some more resources where you can find out more about this. Let's dive in. All right, the first resource we take a look at is the Analytics Help section. Now, here you can read through a bit more text on how Google Analytics actually works, how you can set it up and so on. I think that the team at Google Analytics have done a great job of doing a real documentation of all the different steps that you can go through to use Google Analytics correctly. But I also see this more as a reference, so you can always reference back to this help section. Use the search bar up here if you don't understand something within the interface of Google Analytics. Now, the second step is to actually practice. So you have seen in our videos that we had open a demo account. This is the demo account of Google Analytics that you can also get access to. So if you already have an access to a Google Analytics account, you can go down here to the Discover section, and here you can get access to the Google Analytics demo account. Which brings us to our next resource here. The Discover section is new, and this is something that features some of the resources that Google actually gives you to become more accustomed with Google Analytics itself. So there are different applications here, different learning resources, tools that connect to Google Analytics, and other resources like finding a certified partner that you can take a look at as well. Now, one important resource for everybody who is learning Google Tag Manager from the beginning is the Analytics Academy. Now, the Analytics Academy actually features some very well produced courses with quizzes inside to learn Google Analytics from the ground up. So there's a Google Analytics for Beginners course, an advanced course, an e-commerce tracking course, and a Google Tag Manager fundamentals course that you could go through and learn more about Google Analytics. Now, these differ from the courses that we do here on Measure School because they're very highly produced, very thought out, I must say, and taught by the product managers actually of Google Analytics, Justin Cutroni and Krista Seiden, and they explain the underlying concepts of Google Analytics very well. Now, I must say that they are not as hands-on as we have done this in this course, so I think it's very complementary going through these courses as well. All right, some other learning resources for you to stay up to date with Google Analytics and the measurement as a whole. There are great blogs out there that you can read and to dive deeper into Google Analytics, but also measurement as a whole. First one being Lunametrics, a blog that I read very regularly. They have also new great stuff coming out. Maybe a bit advanced at the beginning, but in their archives you can find really some great posts for beginners, but also diving deeper into certain topics of Google Analytics. Then we have the industry blog Online Behavior. This is where different experts come together and write about digital analytics as a whole. There are blog posts about data visualization, A/B testing, but really more focused around the digital analytics industry. So something I would check out definitely. Then we have the great blog of Paul Cox. Now, Paul has extensively written blog posts about Google Analytics, taking apart certain aspects of Google Analytics, and I think it's really great written, and has some great long form content that you could go through if you want to dive deeper into this topic. So check out Online Metrics. And then we have obviously the official Google Analytics blog, and this is moreover the information that Google gives out for us users of the tool. And you might know that Google Analytics has made a big shift towards a more complete suite of products that cater to digital marketers. So this blog centralizes all the different information on Data Studio, Google Tag Manager, and connecting tools like BigQuery as well. So definitely push this into your feed reader or come back regularly to see the updates on Google Analytics. Now we also have a official Google Analytics community on Google+, and this is really great for just asking questions. So if you don't understand something, then don't be shy. Go into this forum and ask for help here. They are very competent moderators that are happy to help out the Google Analytics community. Last but not least, we at Measure School obviously also have a lot of content. So if you go onto our website here, we have some more videos prepared, but I want to also show you our courses. We have a course that is actually free, which is very valuable for beginners. This is the Set Up Google Analytics Correctly course. And this course will take you through a complete installation of Google Analytics on how to install it correctly with all the nitty-gritty details of the customizations that you could undertake within Google Analytics. So check that out on our website. And obviously we also have a lot more videos on our channel itself. Now, apart from all that video content that you find on our channel, I also want to point out some playlists that we have built up over the years. So there's a Google Analytics tool playlist, Google Analytics for Beginners course that you are in right now. But we obviously have a lot more tutorials on Google Tag Manager, Data Studio, and other Google Analytics related videos and resources. So I'd encourage you to just go to our channel, definitely subscribe, of course, and then you can continue learning with us. One other thing to say is, before you get lost in all these videos, I encourage you to always come back to our channel once you have a question within Google Analytics. I've been doing this for a few years now, so there are a lot of videos out there in which I explain a few aspects more of Google Analytics. Okay, cool. So now you have more resources to check out. We have everything linked up in the description below. And there's really much more to learn in Google Analytics, in digital analytics as a whole. And I'd encourage you to always be measuring, always be learning, always be asking questions. Unfortunately, this brings us already to the end of this course. So if you liked it and if you have any comments or any review, then I'd love to hear from you in the comments below so others can make their decision whether they should take this course. And if you like this video or this particular episode, give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel because we'll bring you new videos in digital analytics every week. Now, my name is Julian. Till next time.